So you want to get your punches up with the iso chain, huh? Let's talk about it. First thing I want to say is that there are multiple ways to get stronger with punches. I'm not even going to go into technique because technique is a huge, enormous part of throwing a powerful punch. You know, there's the whole kinetic chain. You know, it starts from your foot and it goes all the way up through your hips. The hips is what gives a lot of the punch its power. All right, now I am not a martial arts black belt. You know, I've taken martial arts classes over the years and I'm pretty good with the basics, but by no means will I go step out of my lane. That's not my lane. So I'm not gonna pretend to be like that's my lane. All right, I'm not doing that. I do know that if you just throw the punch and you think that just having a beefier arm, I mean, of course, is a beefier arm gonna do more damage if we are just talking anatomy? Yes. Okay, yes. And we have a thin person and we have a muscular person. Throw it with the hips. Get out of the way of that muscular punch. Technique, it does matter. But power also matters, all right? We're gonna go over 3 exercises that are going to make your punches a lot stronger because the iso chain is all about force production. It is the fastest way to develop strength. Isometric training, okay? Especially overcoming isometric training. How do you think Bruce Lee was able to launch people? All right, overcoming isometric training. By the way, if you haven't seen that video, the Dragon, Bruce Lee's The Dragon workout routine with his iso chain, go ahead and check that link out right here. Here's a link. Check that out, all right? So the first iso chain exercise, shoulder press. This is a lot of pushing motion. Push. So what are your push muscles? Your shoulders, your triceps, and your chest. Shoulder press. Having a strong shoulder. That's coming near the end of the punch. A lot of that is shoulder strength. You want as much push power as possible when you throw that punch. Alright? You want as much as possible. Fast twitch, type 2, explosive. Just think of Bruce Lee. Think about how fast this dude was. Like, guys, if you guys have ever seen, I'm a huge UFC fan. I'd never do it, but I do like to watch the sports. I like my nose and my ears the way they are now. No cauliflower, and I like it not bent. These guys in the lightweight divisions, in the bantamweights, you know, 135 and all that, they are quick. Imagine adding a whole other level of speed, a whole new tier of speed to their training. With just 10 minutes of training a day would make an enormous difference in their punching ability, let alone other things. And by the way, I have a video on that. If you haven't seen that, here's a link right here on UFC. What if UFC fighters use the iso chain? It's part of my What If series, which is going to be a long list of series on the channel. Check that out. It's pretty interesting stuff. Next one, number 2, the overhead tricep skull crusher, or the lay down version on the bench. Now, I have come to find that the lay down version is more effective because it takes spinal load out. So it's 100% tricep. I mean, my tries are ringing after that. It's super effective. But it's also a major push muscle. All 3 heads of the tries all smoked after a 6x6 on the tricep extension, especially the lay down one. Super powerful, building those push muscles. It's all about pushing, all right? The last one is the underhand chest press. So I know we don't usually do chest press a lot on the channel. I guarantee you it has its place. So the underhand chest press is the chest press exercise on the iso chain. It mimics the bottom position of a cable fly. If you guys have ever seen this, I don't really do it from the bottom position much. I'm usually doing the cable flies and crossovers from mid position only because that's how I like to train. But if for any reason I've ever felt other areas lacking, I'd come from the bottom, all right, and that's working the bottom pec like that. So it's the same thing. So you see this movement? It really is good at developing bottom power chest. Is it the best? No, I still prefer my lay down bench press. Chest, shoulder, try. So you might be thinking, why chest? Well, if you think about the kinetic chain, all right, so all the power coming from the foot, you throw in the punch, firing, big time. Firing, bam, firing, boom, boom, okay? All of those. Now, there's a lot more going on than just push power here, but I wanted to focus on those 3 to give you, let's just say, more of an edge rather than focusing on other ones. What I mean by that is if you were doing a 3x6 protocol and you're trying to get stronger punches, Keep everything else the same 3x6, but make these three 6x6. That's what I mean. Everything is important. You strengthen your whole body, your punches become stronger by default. But I'm saying pay extra attention to these. Now, my honorable mention, I have always put paramount importance on the core. It is all about abs. If you do not twist, now this comes into the technique, which is why I started the video with technique. If there is no core power, you don't have a strong core, your punch will never be as strong as if you had a strong core. It will never be it. It will never be as strong as if you had a stronger core. You have a strong core, your technique is right, and you focus on those 3 exercises on the iso chain, in addition to all the other stuff that I told you about, you will knock somebody, boom, done right on the floor. They don't even have a freaking chance. I don't even see the shit coming. The custom lower leg lift, you need special hooks. I alluded to that on the channel before and even have its own video. So I'm gonna send one link right here, and that's for the hook video that you need to strap around your ankles. And this link is going to take you to the lower ab custom setup on the iso chain. Combine both of those two on the video, and I mean, this is, you're golden. You're golden. It is really a powerful way to develop your lower abs. It's equivalent to performing a 6 inches exercise on your back, and the dynamic equivalent, which is doing the captain's chair leg lift, where you're on the captain's chair, or if you're just on your back and doing dynamic leg lifts, which has been a staple for me for many, many years. Fantastic way to develop ab strength. You can do it on the iso chain now. I'm limiting this video to only 3. That's the whole point of the series. 3 exercises. There's more. There would be more that I would say and advise people to use for stronger punches. But what I wanted to really focus on was push power. A lot of push power. So that when this lands, it is freaking lights out. You feel me? Especially with the amount of speed. Force production, type 2, fast twitch muscle fiber action. Just blitzing it, bam, they won't even know what hit them, alright? Hey, maybe you have your own ideas on what exercises you think would be the top 3 for the iso chain for developing stronger punches. Well, don't be shy. Drop them down in the comment section below. Share the love with us. Alright guys, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.